All right, we're open for questions. Front row, third seat. Joe.
Well, LeBron, we know what you had been through in Game 7 and for the entire series. Tonight, 12 of 30 shooting. Were you feeling the effects of that first series?
I definitely wasn't efficient as I'd like to be. I missed a lot of open looks, a lot of open threes that they were going under. A lot of floaters in the lane. Because of the injury I had in Game 7, I didn't get an opportunity to kind of get on the court this morning and yesterday as well. So, but at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is trying to get a win. And my teammates, they're unbelievable tonight. They stepped up when I wasn't wasn't at my best.
We've been trying to get you to go there this whole playoffs, but tonight, I mean, you had several guys step up and play kind of the way they have in the past. How important is it to you to see that from your guys?
I mean, they were phenomenal, man. Kev kind of struggled in the first half, and Jeff picked him up. And then Kyle, had his second half, and Kev came back, had an unbelievable second half. He's just a monster on the glass. JR was consistent all game with his ability to shoot the ball. And, in double T, once again, he just picked up right where he left off from Game 7. Just being a monster that, that we've grown accustomed to in the last few years on the glass and making us free throws and giving us extra possessions. So it was an all-around team win for us. Everybody contributed tonight, and we definitely needed it.
Second row, Michael.
LeBron, Michael Grange from Sportsnet. And the way it was set up, you guys came here with no rest, as we've talked about, and Raptors had a little bit of rest time to prepare. Did you guys, were things sort of set up for the Raptors to beat you guys in Game 1? Like, did you feel like you sort of stole one, given the circumstances?
I mean, we didn't get to prepare like we've been preparing over the last few years for an opponent in the postseason. It was a quick turnaround for us. We ended Game 7, and then we had to turn around the next day, catch a 1 o'clock flight. We came in prepared yesterday. Had a little bit of time to prepare today this morning, and then we just got right into it. So, but our coaching staff prepared us as best they could with the short amount of time, and then we just tried to go out there and execute the game plan. And we were very good. We were very good with the limit of the time that we had.
Back right, Tom.
Tom Reed, The Athletic. LeBron, you'd mentioned Tristan a minute ago, but his ability when he came in the fourth quarter to move Valanciunas out a little bit, and Valanciunas did not seem very effective the last 8-9 minutes and into overtime. And just your thoughts on what Tristan was able to do with him just defensively.
Just having a quicker guy on Valanciunas at times, a bigger guy, a guy with activity. Just try to throw different matchups at Valanciunas. Start with Kev. Tristan, Jeff Green had him at one point in the first half. When Larry's number is called, he's going to have him. I may have him in some opportunities. So, he's a load, and we just try to throw different lineups at him, different coverages. He was kicking our butt in the third quarter, and ones and free throws and offensive rebounds, and luckily I feel like he kind of just wore down a little bit in the fourth. He had 6 or 7 opportunities at the rim, either from his opportunity or tips, and they wasn't falling. So I think Tristan did a great job of just trying to wear on him as much as he could late in that game, in that fourth, and then that overtime as well.
LeBron, a lot's been said about all the new faces on the team, but talk about the guys that you've been on your team for a long time, the guys you played like JR, K-Love, Tristan Thompson, how they stepped up tonight and, again, helped you guys get the victory tonight.
We just hang our hats on, on our experience at times, and, we got 4 guys, left from our championship team, and that's myself, Kevin, JR, and Tristan. And then we got Kyle, who was a part of our finals, team last year. So we kind of hang our hats on our experience with our 5 guys, and then we just try to give it to all the rest of the guys, that hasn't been a part of the run that we've had. So, I think, everybody kind of stepped up. The guys with the experience that have been here, and then, like I said, you sprinkle in, George Hill, and Jeff Green was phenomenal today off the bench once again, and we're going to need that.
Steve.
Steve Eshman, NBA.com. Your team has won 7 straight playoff games against Toronto. You didn't have as much time to prepare, and yet you guys come in here and erase a 14-point deficit and win in overtime. The way this league is, at what point do you say, that you're maybe in their heads a little bit?
No, for us, we want to just be as great as we can be. Every single night. We've taken care of business tonight, and we want to try to get game 2 as well. So we're going to prepare tomorrow. We have a little bit more time to prepare tomorrow. We have some time to prepare. The shooter. Well, it's an early game for game 2, so I'm not sure if we're going to go to the gym or not, but we will prepare in the morning. But at the end of the day, the game is won in between the 4 lines. You can prepare as much as you want to, but you got to go out and actually play in between the 4 lines and 94 feet. So, we give ourselves a good chance. We go out and play our game, then we give ourselves a good chance to win.
Go with the last 2, Dave, and then Marla.
David McMenamin, ESPN. LeBron, when you guys are coming back from down 14, you're going to have some, I guess, plays go your way. And I wanted to know if when Kevin Love made that baseline pass with his left hand to JR in the corner, if that felt like something more in terms of, okay, this is shifting in our favor.
Well, even with Kevin, Kevin was struggling from the field. When they decided to put a smaller guy on him, they went small and they put C.J. Miles on him. And, Kevin's our all-star, and we want to just, we look for matchups, we look at opportunities, the same as, they try to do with us. C.J. Miles got open one of those in transition because Kev was on him. He just missed it. We got lucky. But, Kev got into the paint one time, got a jump hook on C.J. Miles. So we threw it back to him once again. And they brought the double team. He went quick baseline. They brought the double team, and he was able to find Swish over there, for one of only like 2 or 3 guys can make those shots, and Swish is one of them. So, that was a big shot for us and a big play.
Marla.
Marla, right now, our Akron Beacon Journal. What does it say about your all's resolve when you can win a game when you didn't lead it until the overtime?
Well, I think ever since the 3rd quarter in Game 3, we've learned. We've learned something, and even with a new group for the most part, we just learn from our mistakes. We learn how we can be resolved. We know how we can, we know what buttons to press at times. It's always going to result in a win, no, but we know what we're capable of. So, we knew we were going to get their best shot today. They knew we didn't have much rest. They knew we didn't have much preparation. They kind of been waiting around for us, and we just wanted to come in with the best game plan that we could in a short time. Execute offensively. Shots weren't going in. Like I said, for me personally, I was, at probably one of my worst games of the season. And just try to make things happen, at the right time. And they make a run. You try to stop, get a couple stops in a row and make a couple shots. Kyle Korver was able to do that a couple times when they made runs. Kyle just kept making shots. And then we got timely stops and try to finish it with a rebound and see what happens. If got to a 1-possession, 2-possession game, for me personally, that's what I like the most. I was able to, make a couple, shots in the post, send it to overtime, and then we just took off from there.
Okay, it's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you.